So it's been about 6 years since I've done a YouTube video. And in that time, I've had a lot of ups and I've had a lot of downs. But there's been one constant throughout all of that, and that's the fact that I have just not stopped watching movies. It's a daily routine for me to watch something. So I've seen a lot of good stuff in the last 6 years, and a lot of bad stuff too. But I've always liked sharing my opinion with everybody about movies in hopes that I can lead people to one of their next favorite movies, or even just a movie that they've enjoyed that they wouldn't have given second thought to otherwise. But between all that, I still try to remain a little harsh on movies. I can enjoy any movie, honestly, but I value the opinion that I put out there, and I don't want to waste people's time with it. So, if I think it's a movie that I'll enjoy, I'll say I loved this movie. It was shit, but I enjoyed it. More recently, The New Mutants, I watched that. I had a good time with it. I don't regret watching it, but the first half was trash. The accents were trash. But the second half, honestly, made up for the first half, and I ultimately had a good time watching it. Would I recommend it to everybody? No, not really. But do I feel worse off having watched it? Definitely not. But I wanted to get back into giving my opinions, even if it's just screaming into a void. And today I decided to do that with the film Mandy. The film stars Nicolas Cage and Andrea Riseborough. Andrea Riseborough plays the titular character Mandy. She's not seen throughout most of the film because, well, she gets killed by a crazy cult leader pretty early on in the movie. So Red, Mandy's husband, Red, played by Nicolas Cage, sets out to avenge her. And I've always tried to think of how to describe this movie, and the best way that I can come up to describe it is a medieval horror fantasy set in like 1985, I think is when the movie's set. The film includes a score from Johan Johansson. It's his final living score, and it's just, oh, it's so good. It's like a psychedelic metal score with just droning bass, and God, it makes me so happy to hear. And I just really wish that he were alive today to score the new Dune film, because ultimately that's what I would love to see from him. The film itself is directed by Panos Cosmatos. It is his second film, his first one being Beyond the Black Rainbow, which I think was 2010. I don't know if any of you have seen that. That is a weird beast in its own, but the thing that I've taken away from him as a director is that he seems like he is constantly on acid, and that shines through especially in this film, because one, like for instance, at one point Red goes out to try to find the crazy cult leader who killed his wife, and the crazy cult leader summoned some ancient leather-clad BDSM biker demons from hell, basically. So he has to fight them off. This movie set Nicolas Cage into a new type of typecasting. Before, everybody's like, is he a good actor? Is he a bad actor? He's just crazy. But this has given him the opportunity to do crazy shit. And his new typecast is films like, I know Mom and Dad was a little before it, but Mom and Dad, Mandy, and The Color Out of Space, which is an entirely different beast in its own, based off of an H.P. Lovecraft short story. Definitely recommend that one. But as far as Mandy goes, is it for everybody? No. Is it enjoyable? Definitely, especially to see Nicolas Cage just completely lose his fucking mind. excellent score, well directed, trippy through and through, and just homely in it's not Hollywood pretty. I guess homely is an inaccurate description, but it's not Hollywood pretty, which is a nice change of pace. But it's crazy. If you are into the idea of seeing something so batshit as a film, like I said, that is basically a medieval horror fantasy set in 1985, I would recommend checking it out wholeheartedly. And if you do check it out, please let me know. Send me a message, leave a comment, do whatever. Just let me know. It's worth watching. I think it's on Shudder, and even outside of Shudder, I think the Blu-ray is only like $10. So if you guys decide to hunt it down, let me know. Let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.